Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 2 of this NHL 22 Quebec Nordiques relocation franchise mode, moving the Arizona Coyotes out of the States and back to Quebec. I guess they didn't really move back to Quebec, but we were moving them to Quebec. So today we are starting off with the 2022 NHL Entry Draft, where it's pretty obvious if you guys haven't been paying attention too much, the Arizona Coyotes absolutely stacked their draft picks this year. They traded away a ton of assets and got a whole bunch of draft picks in return. And to be honest, we didn't actually do that bad. We finished 24th overall. There should be a little overlay on screen there right about now that's showing, some of my graphs, and I am organizing all of this for you guys who are interested. I will leave a link to the template down in the description if you want to set up your franchise mode, kind of like I'm doing here with Quebec. But today we're getting into the draft, and well, I've got some comments to get to here first, which is really good to see. Also, 939 views. You guys have absolutely blown it out of the water. But first comment came from Tyranitar5 saying, "Hey, I did the exact same thing, moving the Desert Dogs to Quebec and Detroit to the Central Division of my mobile NHL Manager game that I play. If it's not too hard to trade up for Shane Wright, I think that'd be really cool to see. Deadly line of Wright and Gunther in NHL 22 series. I'll definitely be keeping up with this series." Awesome. So that's what we like to hear, and a great recommendation there too, especially since the next comment that we get to here is from Duke Storm saying, "I agree. I think you should trade up for Thorson. And I mean, Winnipeg has their first overall pick on the block. Shane Wright ain't too shabby." So, yeah, if we could trade up and get Shane Wright, that would be absolutely huge. But, we are going to keep our eye on Ricard Thorson here too, as he looks absolutely fantastic. He's got Schneip there, which looks like it could be, it's not guaranteed, but it looks like a really good zone ability. And we are going to try to move up in the draft a bit here regardless. But the next comment here came from Ivan Walk saying, "You did a really nice job on the jerseys. Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate it." They're not entirely accurate, but they do look really good. And then another comment here came from Yandana saying, "Who are all the guys with X Factors and what exactly did you give them?" See, that's the thing, is we can't really assign X Factors in the game. I believe they have to grow naturally, because I just don't understand how, we were going through that rosters video the other day, I believe it was yesterday, and guys like Connor Bedard just don't have X Factors or zone abilities on their card or on their player, and it's I don't understand exactly how this is going to work, if we're going to have to go in and set it or what's going to work like that. But another comment here came from Walt Kidmus saying, in case you haven't already figured it out, you have to check your creative players details before starting a franchise playthrough. Make sure that player is drafted and assigned to the team first. When you are all ready to do that, you make the player. The game has a tendency to unassign caps and or list players as undrafted, which makes them draft eligible, and instead of being assigned to the proper team, which is super annoying. So that's why you guys are seeing a player like Matthew Beniers in here. But to be fair, this is kind of just stacking the draft, and hopefully we're gonna move up a little bit here and land some good picks. But as you can see, we do have lots of picks available as well. So let's get to this. I'm not going to delay too much longer. It looks like you guys were really excited to see this. And yeah, I'm just really, really looking forward to this draft. I think it's going to go well if we can manage the right picks and trades. But let's get started here. Let's get into the draft. And man, I'm excited. And of course, I would like to say thank you guys for just absolutely blowing up my channel over the last week and a bit here. I believe we gained 92 subscribers in the last month. That's insane. But before we really, miss out here, we're going to try to make a trade with what's supposed to be Winnipeg. For some reason, that pick wasn't popping up, but that's okay. So let's go and try to get this first overall pick. If we can secure this pick, oh man, this is going to be exciting. So let's see. I've got some trades planned out here. So what we are going to offer is just a bunch of players. So that's what I'm planning on. So we're going to go with Vasily Podkolzin, because, it doesn't make sense to really have Podkolzin on this team. It's not accurate. We're going to go Shane Gostisbehere, and I'm going to try just Christian Fischer for now, because for some reason Values are a little different this year. I don't know exactly how to explain them, but we're going to try this. And it does go through. Okay, perfect. That was way, way easier than I was expecting. That actually turned out really well, and I'm kind of surprised that we were able to secure the first overall pick that easily. I mean, what do you guys think? That's kind of insane. And I swear I'm playing on regular trade difficulty. This is medium. This isn't easy by any means, so I just don't understand how the value systems work here exactly. But we have pick 10, we have pick 18, and we have pick 22. So we're going to try moving some stuff around here. I'm going to try to trade up a couple different ways, but the first one we're going to do is I'm going to try to aim for the 6th overall pick from Calgary. I would love to snag Thorson if we can. I would just, like, bringing some prospects into this team is going to help us out immensely in the long run. And I think the trade we are going to try to pull off here, let's try, okay, let's go Schmaltz, let's go, do we really want to send Kraus, or would Gusev be better? I think Gusev might be better, to be completely honest. Okay, if we do those, and then like, let's maybe try going with like a 2023 third rounder. Honestly, I think that's really lowballing it, but let's give it a try. If that goes through, I mean, Nick Schmaltz is on a really good deal. He was drafted, what, 20th overall? Okay, so let's give it a shot. Okay, it goes through way too easily in my opinion. But we'll take it. That is pick 1 and pick 6 in this draft that are going to be huge. We have pick 10, but I'm more interested. There's 2 defensemen on the board as I punch the microphone. There's 2 defensemen on the board that I'm super interested in, and one more so than the other. So these 2 defensemen are David Jiricek, who I think would be a fantastic fit for this team. He's huge. He's 6'4", 185 pounds. Or Elias Solomonson. It's a very difficult name to pronounce, which might be another reason why I don't want him as much, as well as, you know, his scheme fit doesn't fit quite as nicely as Jirasek's, and he's a little bit smaller, but yeah, I want to try to trade up and get Jiricek, and right now we're aiming for more of like Solomonson than Jiricek, so yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, and then I also do want to try and move up a little bit for Gaucher as well, because I think, you know, he's a Quebec local, or he's playing for the Quebec team, so let's try going over to Washington, and we're going to give this a shot for their 8th overall pick. I don't know if they're really willing to trade it or not, or if we can, you know, maybe get them to trade down, but let's try, yeah, let's try moving pick 10 and 49. This is a bit of a risky trade, but it could go through. You know, maybe we can even get like a 2nd rounder back or something like that in the future. You know, that could go well if we do it right. Let's go for Washington's 2nd next year. Does that balance out? It does not. Okay, can we get a 3rd maybe to kind of replace that 3rd rounder we just traded away? That'd be nice. And trade accepted. Beautiful. Okay, we will take it. Get to move up, pick Jiricek by the looks of it, unless Ottawa takes him for some reason. And then the last one I want to try to snag here is move up from 22. We still have pick 18, but move up from 22 to 13. So let's go. We're wiring off trades right now, to be fair. That's been two good trades, 2 or 3 maybe now. We got the 1st, we got the 6th, we got the 8th. So yeah, we made some big moves here. I can't believe Lafreniere is not highly valued. Like, what? But, you know, it is what it is. So let's try to get pick 13 and maybe a future, like, 2nd off of the Rangers in exchange for... I want to move pick 22 out of any of our picks. I'd rather keep some of these later ones because I have players planned for those. If we do that and, like, Nolan Patrick, maybe... Could that go through? They would have too many skaters in the organization. Okay, what if instead... Well, we could take a player back. That's not the biggest deal ever. It's just a little annoying. We got a lot of future 2nds there coming up too. So, not gonna lie, I think we're gonna be pretty good in a couple years. So if any team's gonna be better than us, I'd say Florida's probably gonna be better. So can we do those and then maybe send a guy like Phil Kessel or somebody over? And in exchange get like a prospect or somebody. In return, I don't think Robertson's really going to balance out this deal. Don't get me wrong. I would love to try and get our hands on a guy like Schneider or Robertson or somebody like that, but I just think it's going to be a little bit too difficult with the way we've got things set up. I mean, we can try to get Robertson. Certain players do match the trade block, but that's the thing, is I don't really want to move a whole bunch of guys. Like, if anything, I'd want to move like Nolan Patrick probably. So yeah, that's not going through with Robertson. There's no doubt in my mind that they will reject that. So maybe we go with like a guy like Skinner instead, just because he's on the block. You know, he's still pretty young. You never know. Could turn into something, but unlikely. So let's try it. We'll go Skinner in exchange for Patrick, as we did bring in we're going to bring in two pretty decent looking centers if we can do this right. So they reject that. Let's remove the second rounder and try this. We're probably better off just doing a first and a second for the 13th. Trade's still rejected, but close to value. Okay. Well, that's a wee bit annoying. So, since you're not going to take my my first couple picks I'm offering you here, let's go and let's offer a third rounder from, we'll go from Washington or the Islanders. I'm going to say, no, that Washington pick's actually going to be more valuable, so let's go with the Islanders pick. Okay. So, this trade should definitely go through at this point. 22nd, second rounder from 2024, and a third rounder from 2023 for the 13th overall pick. This should go through, and it does. All right, so here we go. I think we're ready. The Quebec Nordiques are absolutely stacked now in the draft. I think we are going to potentially pull off this might be the biggest draft in history for a single franchise, as we have 5 picks within the first 18 selections. And don't get me wrong, I think this is going to be a great draft. Obviously, Shane Wright's insane, and he's going to be the guy that we want to pick up. So let's go and check it out. Obviously, a high elite playmaker. There's no question in my mind Shane Wright's the consensus number 1 pick. And he is high elite, but he's only 78 rated. But, okay, he's got ankle breakers, a zone ability. He's got third eye, tape to tape, all alone, puck on a string, and quick draw. Oh my goodness, this guy is going to be filthy. As long as he can get his face-offs up a little bit more. But no question in my mind he is the first overall pick, and that he could potentially be, the best player for this franchise in the future. So, Markku Pakarinen. I was looking at him, and I kind of wanted to go out and pick this guy up, but I think we got the better player in Shane Wright still, especially for the long run. And okay, Beniers ends up getting moved to San Jose, which just looks wrong, but it is what it is. Pakarinen, no question there, he's good. Vetteral's got quick pick. Okay, Trusolence. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Trusolence. Sorry, my phone's going off here. Gotta put that off of vibrate so that we're not getting disturbed. Okay, beauty backhand, no contest. Okay, interesting. And then Buffalo ends up getting Brad Lambert. Okay, so with pick number 6 now, no doubt in my mind that we're gonna go and get Rickard Thoresen. He's listed to have a zone ability, and I'd really like to pick him up. And he's also 78 rated, just a medium elite this time instead of a high elite. Okay, he's got 1T as his zone ability, so that's going to be fantastic for the power play. He's got shock and awe, close quarters, magnetic, beauty backhand, and make it snappy. This guy is going to be a guaranteed goal scorer in the future. He's 6'2", 191 pounds at 18 years old. Man, he's going to be great. Okay, and then simming over to pick number 8, and okay, Matthew Savoie gets drafted. Savoie, however you want to say his name. He's got third eye zone ability. He's going to be good for Ottawa, but the Senators are going to be one of our kind of competing teams, not quite like Montreal, but the Senators will be in there too, and Matthew Savoie is going to help them out in battling against us. But with the 8th overall pick, I think we have to take a defenseman at this point. We've added a forward and a winger, and David Jirasek is the next pick, and he's 72 overall. Okay, but he's a medium elite, to be fair. Okay, he's got tape to tape zone ability. So he's going to have auto sauces when necessary. He's got in reverse, send it, shrug it off, and back at ya. Ooh, okay. Okay, that should be good. I'm really excited for Jarosek too. And okay, now we swim over to pick 13. We see Connor Geeky go to the Ducks. Okay, he's going to be good for them. Solomonson goes to Washington, so we did have to trade up, but I think it was worth it, to be completely honest. And then, okay, Nidamaki and Hackett go, so we're going to take, I believe, Nathan Gaucher at pick number 13 here. So we could go with some of these other guys, but that's the thing, is Gaucher's got the 1-year ETA. He's listed as a grinder. I think he's actually going to be like a 2-way forward. So Nathan Gaucher, is a 72 rated power forward. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be sweet. Oh man. Okay. Big tipper is going to be great in front of the net. He's unstoppable for us, drives with the puck. Off the rush, great slap shots off the rush. Oh, he's going to be fantastic. Total eclipse and close quarters as well. So, yep. I am very confident that Quebec is going to get very good very quickly here. We might need to leave these guys with another year or two for development, but let's see. Okay, Bonk. That's such a great name. Andre Bonk actually has his own ability. Oh, okay, stick him up. Interesting. Bobrovsky, Zilkin, and Justin Cote all get drafted there between pick 13 and 18. And then with pick 18, I think we have to take the best guy on the board here. I'm going to go with Pavel Semin, even though, yes, he is a shoot and pinch. I can't guarantee that he's going to be good. We might end up trading him in the future, but we'll send it right now on Pavel Semin, and he's 70 overall. Defensive defenseman, though, but still Trucelence and Yoink. Okay, so two pretty decent X factors there. All right, we're building a really, really solid core around this team. Oh, and Moss got drafted. I was going to take him. Oh, okay, that's too bad. All right, so, I mean, we are going to have to change our strategy around just a little bit for who we're drafting, but that's all good. Bright Cruz, McLean, those were some good picks. Ward's not bad. And that's about it for the first round. Okay, so we've got pick number 43 and 45 on the board here. So, Juha Kontanen, don't know how good he's going to be, but the guy I wanted to take was Joakim Kamel. So I think we're going to take him. I was actually planning on taking Moss, who turned out to be really nice, and we don't get that opportunity anymore as he's been drafted just the pick ahead of us. So I'm going to take Joakim Kamel here, and he's going to be our 43rd overall pick. So yeah, that kind of stings because Moss was like a really good-looking defenseman, especially for a second rounder. But sending over to pick number 45, they take Kontanen. The Rangers take Kontanen at pick 44. So that means we will be left with, I believe it's Lazowski. Yep, Brandon Lazowski. He's kind of small for a center, but that's okay. So yeah, it kind of sucks that we didn't get Moss there, but okay, 63 overall, medium top 6 forward playmaker. Yeah, Lazowski's going to be real good too. So we get two good like medium 6 forwards there in the second round, and I'm quite happy with that. All right, so simulating over to pick number 61 now, and well, looking through at the potentials, Krnkovic was decent, fast, did not turn out well. Petrov was actually pretty decent too as a center. He could play center and wing, so maybe he would have been a better pick than Lazowski, but that's okay. You know, we still get some. I think Lazowski's still a great pick. All right, on to our next pick here, and I did have one guy pinned out who I think is going to turn out better than, you know, like Tyson Getzlaf or all these other guys, and that would be this guy right here, Gabriel Morrissey. Almost guaranteed low elite, pinch and cycle, 6'4", 211 pounds. We have to take Gabriel Morrissey. And okay, he is a low elite. Usually those turn into low top 4s. Ooh, he's got his own ability and bouncer. Let's go. Another Trucelence, another back at ya, and shutdown as well. Yeah, that's a good pick for the late second round. Gabriel Morrissey could turn out to be one of Quebec's premier defensemen in the future. Getzlaf was okay. Slavkovsky was okay. Nothing crazy, though. That's the thing. is that heading into pick number, what are we at, 73? We've got a couple other guys pinned out, but there's no guarantee that guys are turning out good anymore past this point. I had a feeling that Morrissey was going to turn out well, but after this, I don't know. We're going to take some shots on some goalies, I think. Yeah, who else do we have pinned in here? There's not a lot of guys. So our pinned players, is that it? We only got 3 picks left? I got to be missing somebody there. I think I'm missing another goalie that we're going to try to go out and get. Where is he? Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's this guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lindholm. Yeah, we're going to go out and try to get Lindholm as well. So, a little small for a goalie, to be honest. But, okay, we're at pick 73. We're going to go off of pinned players at this point, because that's just easier to sort at this point. And, all right, we're at pick 73. These are the last 4 guys I have pinned on the board, and I'm hoping they all turn out. But, again, no guarantees. So I'm going to take off the board Kelvin DeMaio. This is way off the board. Oh, boy. And Kelvin DeMaio is, okay, a medium top 4. That's really sweet. Okay, yeah. Offensive defenseman, too. Could have some upside as a 3rd-round pick, but who knows? We'll find out in the future whether Kelvin DeMaio actually even makes this team out of the 3rd round. I would argue against him probably, but obviously we're going to be hoping for him every step of the way. Graham Sword. Graham Sword would have probably been better, as he is at least, what's his rating? 59. Yeah, probably should have taken Sword instead, but that's okay. So that was a mistake on my part, I think. But honestly, our potential has been absolutely amazing this draft. I'm not going to risk it on these guys, even though we are at pick 105. Again, I'm going to go pick off the board a little ways. I think I want to go with Silvegaard. Undersized winger, but I've got a good feeling about him too. And he is a medium elite. Oh my goodness. Okay. Stack up the Nordiques. Oh my goodness, Quebec. Oh, watch out. Here come the Nordiques. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's a great pick. Over to pick 137 now. And I believe we're taking goalies for our last 2 picks here. But yeah, Silvegaard, I would say, again, is unlikely that he actually makes the team within the span of his career. But he might turn into something good if he can actually grow properly, which is, always a struggle still. So over to, let's see, we're at 137. I'm going to take Lindholm here, Stefan Lindholm, and then we'll take Sven Magnusson after. So 2 Swedish goalies. I don't know if we took a lot of Swedish players, really. Silvegaard, Lindholm, Magnusson. Those are going to be, oh God, he's a 54 overall medium elite. I was staring at the screen. I'm like, okay, I have my picks, planned out here on my spreadsheet, but oh my goodness gracious, Stefan Lindholm, what a pick that is. 137th overall. He might end up making the Quebec Nordiques in the not near future, but within the span of the next 3 years or so. Valery Semenov, okay, really decent. I just said Valery because we had a Valery on our what team was it? Ooh, Pajarola. Okay, that's another really nice pick. Topi, Tucker Tinen, I know is good. I just didn't pick him. And yeah, Oliver Suni as well. That's another guy that I just know is decent. So, let's see. For the last pick, we had Sven Magnusson planned out, and we're going to take him. So, Magnusson turns out to be an elite. Okay, a 48 rated butterfly style elite goaltender. Okay, so for our first draft ever, oh my goodness, man, what a year this was. Look at that potential. Look at these picks. Like, this is just, oh my goodness. Like, we're gonna literally torch the league in a couple of years. This is insane. Shane Wright, high elite. Thorson, medium elite. Jurasek, medium elite. Gaucher, medium elite. Semen, medium top 4. Kamel, medium top 6. Lazowski, medium top 6. Morrissey, low elite. DeMaio, medium top 4. Silvegaard, medium elite. Like, we didn't miss. We did not miss. Like I said, watch out. Here come the Nordiques. This was an absolutely... I don't even care who else got drafted. I mean, I'm kind of interested, actually. So obviously, yeah, those 5 picks in the first round are probably going to define this franchise. But 3 decent second rounders. DeMaio is a good third rounder. Silvegaard a great 4th. Lindholm a great 5th. And yeah, Magnuson a great 6th round pick. I don't recognize any names in here, to be honest. So maybe we'll see some players turn up that were actually decent in this draft. But who knows? That was hands down like the best draft maybe I've ever done. And it's the first draft of this franchise mode. That's insane. Oh my goodness, what do you guys think? Like, let me hear it in the comments below. That was a fantastic draft. And now we got to get to the offseason and get this team somewhat formed, because that's the thing is this is going to be a bit of a weird season. I think we're going to be firing our head coach, to be completely honest. I don't think we're going to be holding on to too many of these guys. Obviously, we still have the Roadrunners as our affiliate team, but you know, that's okay. I'm not really worried about that. And we'll get all of the AHL scouts, re-signed. Oh, that was quite the hiccup. We're paying our coaches a lot of money though too. Like Colton Jenkins really doesn't fit the team all that well, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll have to kind of sort that out a bit more as we move into the near future here, but we got some contracts to re-sign. We got tons of money. That's what I'm not worried about, is we have the money to make some deals happen, to sign $54 million. Oh my God, I think that's the highest number I've ever seen for a free agent window here. Like, that's... Oh my goodness. All right, let's get to signing some contracts. We got Phil the Thrill. We're going to be trying to rock the rule of 85. I don't know if you don't understand what the rule of 85 is, it's 85% times whatever the contract price they want. So we go 0.85 times 6.8, and that gives us a $5.78 million price tag, which is actually a really reasonable price tag for Phil the Thrill, considering he's a good player. So we'd offer $5.8 million. It's $1 million less, but at the same time, that's not really that bad. Barrett Hayton, $3.3 million is worth it. He had a monster season this past year with more so Arizona, but obviously it's now Quebec, so he's a 5th overall pick. He's got to turn into something eventually, so we're going to hold on to him for the near future. The other thing that I don't want to do is sign so many centers and players that we end up, restricting Wright and Thorson. I think they're going to have to grow into playtime still, but they're 1st and 6th overall picks, and they have some serious skill and abilities and potential. So we have to bring those 2 guys into the team. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. But when we go through our center core, there's a lot of guys that are in between Shane Wright and a starting job here that need to be signed, but Shane Wright will be getting the initial contract offer over a whole bunch of these other guys, and the reason being is because I think he is just going to be that good. Gaucher, we're going to give another year at least. There's no doubt in my mind, although yes, he is a Quebec Rampart, and he's going to be probably one of the heart and soul players of this team for the majority of this franchise mode. I would prefer not to rush those guys either. The only guys that I think are really needing to be signed immediately are Wright and Thorson, and everybody else can kind of just take their time to develop. So I don't think we re-sign O'Brien or Spears, not Spheres. That's a little bad, Ethan. Good job. Okay, so we'll sign Johan Larsson. We'll get a bunch of these guys contract offers, and even if they don't really want them, like Beagle and Boyd don't want them, get them out of here. Then that's okay with me. Yeah, not at $2 million. Sorry, but we have guys like Nolan Patrick and other players who are probably worth what they're asking for, if not better than that. And yeah, like Alex Galchenyuk, sign him up. Absolutely. Eric Stahl, pretty decent center for $2 million. That's the thing, is that we're probably still going to have cap space to go out and pursue free agents in the near future, in this episode even, maybe. And, well, what else do we need to do for signings here? Gunther's signed, but he didn't really grow. 70 points, man. Like, that's not bad. But just didn't really make a huge impact, unfortunately. So, Silvegaard, we're going to leave. We're going to let him play at least one more year overseas to develop. So I will just re-sign a bunch of these guys, like Emama will sign. Louis Eriksson doesn't cost us 14 million. Doesn't cost us $6 million bucks. He was never getting paid 14. Yaskin, not a bad forward either. We'll give him a contract offer, 77 overall. He might have to sub into our team if we have any injuries and things like such. Ryan Dzingel doesn't want to play. That's okay. You don't want to play in Quebec? You don't want to play in Quebec. We'll get you out of here, and we'll bring guys in that want to play. Same with Antoine Roussel, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure Roussel is a French name, and Quebec is, the French capital of Canada. So, all right, whatever. Miss out on that. But we are really short on the right wing this year. That's good to know. Joachim Kamel will watch. Aku Radi. You know what? Screw it. Let's sign him. Why not? Joachim Kamel, though. I think we give him another year as well. So, yeah, our right wing is extremely depleted at the moment, and we'll have to try to prop that back up. Labushkin is gone. Timmins wants to stay. Capobianco wants to stay. We need to sign some defensemen, I think. I think that's going to be one of our moves this offseason. Jirasek, as much as I want him playing as an 8th overall pick, I don't know if he's immediately going to be ready. I think he should be. He's an 8th overall pick. When you consider that, he probably should be in our minor system for at least a year or two. And then we will offer Sarajärvi. Yeah, Vili Sarajärvi. We'll offer him a contract. Dyson Mayo, I don't know. He's 25. Not really looking too crazy. Pavel Semin, I'm going to let play over in Russia for a year. Hopefully he develops. If he doesn't, that sucks, but there's not a whole lot we can do there apart from signing him, and I don't feel like signing him is the best option right now necessarily. Gabriel Morrissey, same issue. I want to sign him, but I don't think he's ready to come over and play in the in the AHL yet. So we'll hold off on a bunch of signings, but we also do sign quite a significant number of players still. Like there's still 18, 19 contracts offered, and we haven't even offered goalies. So I think we'll offer Coronar. Yeah, we'll offer Coronar, Hutton, and that's probably it. Yeah, Coronar and Hutton will get the deals. Tendek's there. And then Lindholm and Magnuson, they need more time. No doubt in my mind about that. They're going to, they're 18 and 19. They've got lots of time to develop still as goalies. So let's advance a day, see who we get signed, see who doesn't feel like coming back. Looks like multiple morale changes from Barrett Hayton. We don't get a bunch of our... Okay, AHL scouts are not doing that. Okay, Phil Kessel declines. We sign Eriksson, Larson, Galchenyuk, Hutton, Yaskin, Kraus, Hayton, Coronar, Patrick, Amama, Capobianco, Denis, Holtz, Eric Stahl, Shane Wright signs, Gorgeous, Bergfist, Radi, Sarajärvi, Jirasek, Thorson. I think that's everybody. So yeah, the only guy that didn't sign with us here was Phil Kessel, and I have no issue paying him $6.8 million out of our 44. See, Anton Strawman. What if we offered him a 1 year? I don't know. I don't know if Strawman's really the right signing at this point. If guys don't want to play here, they don't want to play here. Like, that's just how I feel about this. And if they want to walk, we'll let them walk. That's not a problem for me. Nathan Gaucher, see, I want to offer him a contract even if he does go back to Quebec, simply to just guarantee that he's in the team. Obviously, he is an exempt contract, as he will be in none other than the QMJHL playing for the Ramparts. But yeah, I think that's all we're going to do for our team contracts. I think we're set up well, and I think we actually have the ability to go in and penetrate free agency pretty well and try to, potentially sign some big name free agents if they actually hit the market. So I think we're good to go here. Sim to free agency. I expect Kessel to sign, and he does. Okay. And Nathan Gaucher signs. Beautiful. Okay. And 6 players are not signed. Okay, that's fine. We let 6 guys go, and we lose a ton of AHL pieces, but that's okay. So if we go to hire coaches now, I am actually quite interested in trying to bring in some forward coaches and players like such, but at the same time we got to do this right. I want to set up the system properly. So this is why I like hitting higher coaches there when you have guys expire, is because then you can really actually go through, kind of check out what's available on the coaching market and try to pick up the best available options. See, we're looking for a double pinch and cycle. Yeah, like this. This would be pretty much exactly what we're looking for. I'm thinking we're going to end up playing Clayton Keller on the second line. Not this season necessarily, but eventually. Local fan base, hardcore, market size, medium. Wow, he looks... Ternaski looks pretty much perfect apart from the C-. So we'll keep looking. Not seeing a whole lot of the scouts that I'm actually looking for. Okay, so now we're into balanced styles of head coaches. I want a forward coach, preferably, because we are going to play a more offensive kind of system. But the thing that sucks with Ternaski is that he's just not quite what we're looking for on ability. Apart from that, like, I wish we could get him, but... See, Maciej Pospisil, listed as an NHL assistant coach. I think we're going to give him an associate coach option for now. And I think we might hold on to our head coach for one more season. But we're going to offer this guy a lot of money as well to be an associate coach. I don't even care about the interviews. I know he's not exactly, thrilled with this team setup, but that's okay, because at the same time, we're going to go out and literally build the exact same system in the AHL. So I still want a half-decent coach for the AHL. I don't want somebody who's absolutely terrible, but that seems to be all we can really find. This guy's listed as an NHL assistant coach, so we're going to just move the coaching staff around a little bit. Offer him that deal. Okay. So now that is all done and good, let's edit the trade block. Not going to trade too many picks or anything like that. Obviously, this team is already shaping up quite nicely. Lots and lots of prospects available, and we're going to, hopefully not. Don't do it. Okay. I was like, if we advance a day, I don't have my staff ready yet, but okay. We're going to get this set up. We're going to do the roles properly here. So the way we're going to do this, we got an AHL head coach. Baines is not actually terrible for what we're trying to play, but we're going to demote to an AHL associate and demote to an AHL assistant. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, because I offered 2 roles there that they're not going to be happy for a day or two. That's okay with me. And I do just need to make sure that our owner's budget is balanced properly. Simply because I want to actually sign these coaches. So we'll bump that up a little bit. We'll bump up arena ops because they always seem to mark those in on our goals. Scout travel, we don't need too much money as we've kind of covered all of that already. Okay, save that budget for now. There was another comment here. I gotta find it. I remember there was another comment. So we had a comment from Drayden Pletz as well here, sorry, that said, name the mascot Nordic. It's French for Nordique. I said, ooh, okay, how about Gordy the Nordique? He said, that's a good name. You should go with yours. But the name that actually is the Quebec mascot's name was Badaboom, which I think actually is a fantastic name. I'm really liking that. So yeah, let's change that. That's fantastic. Badaboom. Badaboom the mascot. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect. Okay. That's really cool. Yeah, okay. That looks good. So thank you from Drayden and as well Mark Laframboise for adding that comment in. That looks fantastic. I'm really excited for that. And they did want to, I don't know if we can actually I don't think we can rename the Videotron Center, unfortunately, unless somehow it's in Arena Customization. Yeah, you can't rename it, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but sorry about that. I named it the Videotron Center, and it probably should be named something a little bit newer, but that's okay. So yeah, now that we are done that, let's go check out free agency, because free agency is going to be a banger. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh man. Oh, there's some good players in here. Nice. Okay. So as much as I would like to bring in a guy like Patrick Laine or somebody like that, I just don't see the need to really do that. Versus there are going to be other players in here that are okay, like Puljujärvi has better potential supposedly. But there's defense too, and that's the big thing. Is we got 38 million in cap space. We gotta bring in some defense. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't actually mind bringing in a guy like Chris Letang or somebody like that, who's French Canadian, and it would make sense if he was playing here. So yeah, maybe we'll look into something more along those lines. Looks like Noel Gunler just did not get signed. No, he did not. Okay. We will offer Noel Gunler a contract without question. Elias Anderson, he's a restricted free agent. But yeah, Gunler was definitely getting that offer, and maybe, you know what? Well, we'll offer Josh Williams a contract too. That right wing, like I said, was depleted, and we'll bring in some more forwards there to try and, remedy that. Tyler Benson could be decent. Okay, so we'll bring in some small name contracts there. Obviously, we still have 10 roster spots even after those 3 contract offers, and if those guys sign. But I would like to bring in a better goalie. Oh man, how much is Flower? We're doing it. We're bringing in all the French Canadians. We just have to. We have to bring in, yeah, Fleury, Giroux. I want to do it. I want to put the French-Canadian culture together here, and I think it's totally worth it to do so. Yes, maybe this is a terrible contract signing for a 37-year-old Fleury. Does it look like I care right now? No, I really don't. And yeah, $8 million is a lot. We have 38 million though. So if we go, here's some quick math for you guys. 38 million minus 8, still 30 million, minus another 8 on Letang, still 22 million, minus another 6.8 on Giroux is still $15.2 million. Like, we could literally go out, sign Morgan Riley, sign Chris Letang, and sign Claude Giroux, and still have the money to do so. So, I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'm just going for some big names here, and we're going to try to make Quebec better than they probably should be. So, 2 years at $8 million, a little pricey, but that's okay. Claude Giroux, $6 million, again, tad pricey, but that's okay. Morgan Riley has got interest through the roof for teams that want to sign him. And I think about a $7.25 million contract is going to be good. Again, this is just utilizing free agency to try and make this team better in the near future. And apart from that, I'm thinking, I'm like, who else is, really kind of French-Canadian that we're looking for? Like, I'm not seeing too many names here. I think we got all the big ones for the most part. Paul Stastny would just be cool based on the fact that, his dad and his dad's brothers all played for the Nordiques back in the heyday of the Nordiques, and he's $2.5 million. He's not super expensive. Unfortunately, he doesn't really play on the wing, though. Tomas Hertl wants $7 million. Ouch. That's a lot. Okay. So, just speaking from the, kind of take a step back perspective, yes, we have dropped approximately, and this is minusing the other $7.25 million. We have dropped approximately $31 million in free agency. We still have $8 million left. So just going over team logistics and strengthening the Nordiques for their first, inaugural season since relocation. Centers, I'm not too worried about. If anything, it's going to be the defense and maybe the goaltending. So, and I know the wingers will fill in where they have to. Like, we got Clayton Keller, we got Phil Kessel, we got Chenyuk can play on the wing, Patrick can play on the wing. It's strong. It's strong no matter what, and Thorson should take some good steps this year as long as we get him alongside other guys that are going to play well. So now I think we go and spend about, I'd say about the $8 million on 4 more players or so, just to strengthen the defense, maybe the goaltending, if Hutton isn't quite meeting my expectations. But defense is going to be the main one. I think that we're going to try to drop a couple, or try to bring in a couple players for $2 million or so. So, the first one, I'm feeling Tony DeAngelo, not going to lie. I think he would be a pretty decent signing. Carolina is also interested. Second rounder for him. I didn't realize he was still restricted. We're not going to do that. Never mind. Oliver Shillington, probably the same scenario as an RFA. Yep, okay. So, instead of bringing in too many young guys there, maybe we look to some 27, 28-year-olds instead, preferably. Where did Mahura go? Because that's a guy I'm kind of interested in. Johan Larsson. Or sorry, not Johan, Jacob Larsson. Okay, we could bring in Jacob Larsson. That's not bad. I would offer $3 million for him. The other guy that I'm looking for that I'm just not finding right now is Josh Mahura, because I saw him there. Hold on, what happened, Carolina? What? Or sorry, that was Detroit. I will take Wallander in a second. Give me that guy. Mahura. Is he even going to cost us anything? We probably need like a 3rd round pick or something for him. So that's not worth it. Apart from that, how much is Will Butcher? $4 million. Ouch. Okay. Maybe we bring in another guy like Troy Stetcher around that $3 million mark again. Not super expensive. Fits defensive pairing 3. Looks good to me, man. So that's 2 more offers at $6 million in total. And I think we just check the goaltending again, see what else is even available there, really. Not a ton available, but Vanasek is probably... Oh, no, he's not. Vitic Vanasek, are you interested in playing for this team? Because at $1.2 million, we are very interested in signing you. We'll even sign you for 1.3. And then maybe another right winger. That's really it for what I think we actually are capable of doing this off season. Not to say we actually land all of our free agents, but maybe I bring in a guy like Chase on. But I'm feeling more like Sammy Blais probably wouldn't be too bad. He's a right winger. Yeah, let's bring him in. Okay. So I think that's all we're going to do. I think that's it for contracts. All right, let's see. Let's advance a couple days and see what actually happens here now. All right, so moving forward here, let's see what happens. I'm sure that, the first couple days aren't really going to advance too much. We get Hradina as one of the coaches, and do we get the other coach? Not yet. We do get Pospisil. We get William Wallander. Okay. We get Noel Gunler. We get Josh Williams. Okay, that's it. And now the consideration comes. And we get Jacob Larson. We get Troy Stetcher. We get Sammy Blais. We get Vidic Vanasek. We get Tyler Benson. Big names. Where are the big names? Come on. I guess they're taking their time. Come on, Letang and Fleury. I would love to get those guys. We do get Claude Giroux. Oh, okay. I missed it. We get... Oh, no. Okay. Wait, Fleury went back to Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. That's cool. Letang signs and Morgan Riley signs. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so all we need is a goalie. And this team is competitive all of a sudden. So... $14 million bucks, I think we can do it. Real question is Tuukka Rask or Cal Peterson? I would say probably Cal Peterson. Maybe not, though. Maybe we don't need to splurge on a goalie so much. Tuukka Rask is just bigger. That's the thing, though, is I want to sign a goalie that's not super long-term, because I know Pedersen will be. Francouz, maybe, but he's 32 already as well. That's the thing. With Fleury, it's like, okay, French-Canadian, makes sense to come here. The rest of these guys, I'm not feeling so much, to be completely honest. But Pedersen's at a lower price point. Nobody's interested in him. So let's go for it. Let's get a starting goalie. And that's the thing, is that I haven't really put restrictions on myself for signing players either. So, I'm trying to decide whether Johnny Gaudreau is going to be worth it for $9 million bucks, because he's going to be close to that anyways. Or not 9, but probably 8.5. I think the most we could offer him is like $8.3 million, but lots of teams are interested too. To be fair, we could turn Gaudreau into more of a trade piece in a couple of years if things go well with our prospects and players are growing. But we're looking to really take advantage here. Because, yeah, Gaudreau could be very decent too, especially alongside some of the guys that we've already brought in. So, Johnny Gaudreau goes to Colorado. Cool. Okay, so that's not happening. We offer him the contract. He's like, oh okay, I got it. I'm not showing up, though. I'm going to Colorado to play with Nathan MacKinnon. We're like, okay, it's Nathan MacKinnon. Fair enough. So, yeah. We got money to spend. I'm looking for power forwards and not seeing too many of them. So, maybe we go with, like, a Philip Forsberg instead. Okay. You know, Forsberg could be pretty decent. Yeah. He'll be a decent trade piece at very least. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty okay with where we're at. This team's going to be so stacked, though, this upcoming year, and we're still going to be playing some young guys like Thorson, and we're still going to be playing young guys like Thorson and Shane Wright in this team, too, so... Are we getting any more signings here? And we do get Cal Peterson. All right. We get an offer for Philip Danault. Interesting. And Philip Forsberg decides to go to Buffalo over Quebec. Okay. Well, we're struggling to bring in the wingers that I'm looking at, which is too bad. So I don't know who we're bringing in for forwards at this point now. If Puljujarvi's only going to cost us a second, that's probably worth it. He's an 83 rated power forward who could slot into our top 6 pretty easily. So let's do it. Let's go for Jesse Puljujarvi for a second round pick. I'll do it. That's actually not too bad. Could have tried to go with Dustin Brown instead at maybe a cheaper price, but probably not. And apart from that... how's the rest of our team looking? Like, we haven't really brought in any more of those big gun, big name players apart from Riley Giroux, Letang. And I guess Pedersen's up there too. So all of a sudden this team's a conservative buyer. I I think we're really quickly going to advance up to, like, look at our defense now. Chychrun, Letang, and Riley. Like, whew, that's a strong team. Yep, that's a very strong team right there all of a sudden. So, I like it. I really like what I'm seeing with this team and how things are shaping up. Now I actually look at this team and go, okay, we probably could have used a little more firepower up front. But defensively, everything looks fairly sound too now. So, I don't know who we bring in exactly. Obviously, we offered Puljujarvi. He's like $3 million or so. And then we have $7 million more to spend. And it might have to be on a guy like Andre Palat. I think it's going to have to be, actually. So, maybe not. He might actually be a little bit, like just a little bit too expensive. Apart from that, Radulov could be good, but he doesn't fit our team. Versus Joe Pavelski, who's very obviously got big tipper. For 1 year, maybe let's try to get him a cup. Hey, like I'm shifting from this, hey, we're a total rebuilder. It was to, hey, we committed to the rebuild, we got our prospects, and we got $50 million in free agency to spend. So they spent it. That's the thing, is that we are spending it big time. And okay, Puljujarvi accepts it. Now Edmonton just has to take the second rounder for him, which I don't know if they'll do, honestly. And they're not willing to match at $2.975 million. And we get Joe Pavelski. And we get Jesse Puljujarvi. Holy jeez. Okay. This team's set. Let's go check out the lineup. Sim to the next season. Quebec is formed. God, this team is going to look polar opposite from last year. So, it's pretty apparent that Quebec is interested in the team we have just put together, as 91% of the tickets are sold this season. That's a lot. All right, so our owner goals this year, they want us to win the Stanley Cup. We're a championship kind of team. We're a buyer. They want us to win our home opener. They want 53 wins. Okay, and upgrade the club seats in the offseason. Oh boy. Okay, let's go see this 53 win expected team. All right, guys. So this is it. This is the team. This is the Quebec Nordiques. I hope you are ready for this team, because oh my goodness, they are going to be good. There's no other way for me to describe that. The superstar X factors of Shane Wright and Joe Pavelski give that the +5, along with, Clayton Keller's just going to be a very high-skilled forward no matter what. I have Wright at center, even though he only has 67 faceoffs, because I want his faceoffs to grow for this first season. We've got Kessel, Giroux, and Puljujarvi as the second line, which is looking really sturdy. Then we've got Barrett Hayton playing alongside Sammy Blais and Eric Stahl. I don't think I can really improve this lineup much more. I've got Thoresen down, even though he could absolutely play in Phil Kessel's spot and get a +3. It just doesn't make sense on the ratings, though. That's the only reason why Thoresen's down for now. I think he's going to be getting a bit of better play time here moving forward. I do find it weird that on certain players you can see it says like X Factor chemistry coming up contributed. It doesn't actually make sense on a lot of these. Like, for some reason, Magnetic is the one popping up for Thoresen on here. Like, you can see it there just beside my head, like right up here. I'm like, I don't understand why this is the way it is. But from the looks of it, certain players are going to display abilities if they fit the system fairly well. Like Send It for Chychrun makes sense. Tape to Tape for Riley kind of makes sense too. Okay, so there's just more chemistry factors, but there's the goaltending too. Pettersson and Vanasek simply just trump our minors team there. So So yeah, the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull Connor Timmins up to play as a scratch for this team this year. But besides that, that's pretty much the team and how it's set. Holy crap. So looks like chemistry can kind of go all over the place this year, but this actually looks really good. What if we go... Doesn't really change too much, which I find kind of strange. Go Keller there. Go Puljujarvi there. Okay, that's not bad. I think maybe we should sub Puljujarvi out for like Soderstrom. Maybe that's better? No, it's not. It does improve if we put Letang down though, and then Soderstrom's up on the top pairing. Okay. I guess that works. Don't ask me how, but it works. So it looks like Pavelski should be adding Big Tipper to this line, which for whatever reason isn't happening. Looks like we got +5 4-man power play. And then Wright and Keller are going to be sick together. Okay. +2 penalty kills, and okay, that's not terrible, honestly. It could be worse. I'm sure guys like Morgan Riley and Jacob Chychrun won't mind sitting in exchange for guys like Larson and such, just to kind of improve this, but Chychrun's really good too. Like, I don't exactly want to sit the guy on a penalty kill. How good are the face-offs here? 75 on Hayton and 79 on Stahl. Okay. All right. So that's, yeah, that looks really good. Overall, I'm quite happy with how that looks. Thorson gets the time. Okay, that's good. Yep. Yeah, wow, okay. I'm glad it actually puts our rookies into the game, because it's actually understanding, oh, they probably want the rookies to grow, whoever's managing the team. So yeah, that's how the team looks. I think it's fantastic for now. We got Williams, Gundler, and a couple other guys into this team that are new. Obviously, we drafted Jurasek. For some reason, he's a pinch and shoot. I don't know why he's a pinch and shoot defender when he was listed as pinch and balanced, but I guess that could go either way. We got William Wallander, who's also a balanced shoot. So a bit of a strange young defensive core there, unfortunately, based on the fact that, you know, we were going to try to play, try to kind of stick with Soderstrom's ability as far as a pinch and cycle system goes. And, you know, Chychrun is pinch and balanced, so he can play either. But right now, that's the team. It's nothing crazy, but it's very solid. And yeah, the free agency made a huge difference with improving this lineup. So I think that's where we're going to be wrapping it up for this episode. If you guys want to see more on this, make sure to drop your comments below, whether you want to see, you know, new player, or not new players, but you want to see how the lineup's going, you know, what we're doing. I want to hear your guys' feedback, because, well, that's the thing, is I don't think we're going to name a captain this year either. I feel like it should be Chychrun, but I'm not 100% confident, because I want to see what the new guys can do. I feel like Wright could very easily step in and take the captaincy just like that. But at the same time, Thorson could get an A, Keller could have another monster season of the 89 plus points, or Chychrun could just lead from the back, put up another like 35, 40 points, lock down the team, get us into the playoffs, and I'd be like, Chychrun was the guy all day. Like, it's really dependent on how the team performs over this year before I think we properly name a captain. But the Nordiques are going to be sick. I'm really, really excited for this. Can't wait to see how they perform in the next episode, and that's where we're going to wrap it up. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, especially if you made it to the end of this one. And also feel free to drop comments, hit the notification bell to never miss when these uploads come out. And that's where we're going to stop it. So that's it for me, and until next time.